Hi, hello. Today I'll be sharing with you how you can help your dog brush and comb its coat. Today's topic will cover more of those medium to long hair dogs, okay? Because Chocolate has not much hair left. I just recently shaved him. So we'll be using this dummy dog instead, okay? So before we go into the technique proper, I'll share with you a little bit more about the tools that you need for brushing and combing. So for brushing and combing, we use the slicker. We have the slicker brush and the greyhound comb. Okay. So to hold these tools, you can hold it like that, or like this. Okay. And for the greyhound comb, you can hold it at about 2/3 the comb. So you divide the comb into 3 parts, and then you hold 1/3. Okay. So there is narrow teeth and wider teeth here. All right. The use of the wider teeth is for more rough work, and then for the narrow teeth is more fine and detailed work. Okay, so now before we move on to do it direct, right, I'll share with you a little bit about the understanding of the brushing technique. When we brush our dog's coat, you have to always remember that we are brushing the coat and we're not brushing the skin. So when we brush the coat, we are only brushing the hair. So we're avoiding the skin. And if you observe the slicker brush bristles, right, it's actually quite like sharp. So if you let it brush on the skin direct, right, it will cause brush burn. So we want to avoid this on your dog. When you brush, take note that you're only brushing the fur. How can we do that? Okay. Firstly, let's explore this part of the fur on the dog. Just this part first. So the difference between brushing the coat and brushing the skin. Alright, I'll show you how we brush the coat. When we brush the coat, we are actually brushing from the roots of the hair to the ends. Can you see? So we'll start from the roots, and then we will tease the hair and we brush it out. So when we brush outwards. So the contact with the skin is very minimal. Okay? Now, versus if we brush the skin. So this is a wrong representation of brushing. Okay? We want to brush only the coat and avoid causing brush burn on the skin. That is the most important fundamental you need to understand. And then now I'll move on straight into how do you brush an area on your dog. Okay, once you get the technique understood for this particular area, you can apply it to all areas of your dog except for the head. On the head, you need specified technique. That one I actually shared in my face trim video, so you can check that out. But for every part of the body, as long as you engage this brushing method and technique, right, you will be able to get your dog's coat thoroughly brushed and all the hairs separated. Okay, which is the core goal and aim of brushing and combing. You want to separate the individual strands of hair so that the mats don't form. Okay, the excess shedded undercoat is removed. Okay, the oils on your dog is evenly brushed throughout the body. So there's many benefits to brushing and combing, and I really encourage all medium and long haired dogs to get that procedure done. Okay, I'll just move on straight into the brushing and combing for one particular area over here. Right? So as you can see, I already brushed this area. So what we do is basically we divide this area into parts. Okay, so part 1, part 2, and part 3. Right? Let's clear it part by part. We'll brush part 3, followed by part 2, followed by part 1. Okay, we brush it layer by layer. So we will use the same technique. We'll brush from the roots of the hair outwards. Okay, and then we want to avoid the brush burn. And then as we are done with this, as you can see, as I brush, there is a line formed here. They can see the skin. So from here, we're actually able to access to the roots of the hair from here out to the ends. And once this area is brushed, we move on to the next layer, and then we finish up the last layer. Okay, you can do it slowly, okay, and steadily. Okay, the goal is really to get it thoroughly done. Okay, So we move on to here. So we're done with this area, this area, and this area. Once you're done with this area, okay, you want to run the greyhound comb through. So the greyhound comb, right, is the tool that you can go all the way to the skin, because the pins are not as sharp as the ones on the slicker brush. So this is the one that you really want to get in there thoroughly. Make sure that there is minimal resistance. Make sure that there's no snags or knots or mats. Okay, if there are any as you are combing through, let's say you comb through and it gets stuck here, you can try and locate that clump or that mat and then break it up with the slicker brush. One other use of the slicker brush is also to break up clumps in the coat. And then once this can get through, you are actually done with this area. So brushing and combing, done. Okay, this is just a technique that I'm sharing with you. Always remember that as you are doing any grooming procedures for your dogs, as you are trying out any technique on your dog, you have to always focus on how they are reacting to whatever you are doing. It needs to be introduced gradually, it needs to be introduced at a comfortable pace for them, because we don't want to traumatize them with whatever we are doing. So for brushing and combing wise, if you ask me, if this is something new for you and you haven't done it before, maybe you can start off just doing a little part on your dog first. Get the technique right first without stressing out your dog too much first, and then you can do more as you feel that your dog is taking it well. Okay, for dogs that have trouble getting brushed and combed, you might want to see if it's the way of handling that is the one causing your dog to react in a certain way, or is there any other way you can improve the current methods that you're using with what I shared. You can go and explore that, because at the end of the day, the grooming procedures need to be done, but the dogs shouldn't feel too scared or stressed about it. So I hope you learned something today, and you can try it out. If you happen to have any issues that you face, feel free to let us know. We'll try and help you out.